Hello everyone, welcome to Figma tips and tricks tutorial. Today I'm going to create radio button UI kit, or you can say interactive radio button component. So let's see with the example which is already created here. So I'm taking the frame and dragging drop this component here. So while selecting this component, we'll see these all options, number of options, selected options, and radio label, and options we need to enter the values. Once we select this, we can have the selected option. So by default value for the radio. So here we have just a two option. So we can save one. So first one will be the default value, which is a selected option. And if we select the number of options 6, so it will show total number of options 6. And here we can enter the value like 6, 5, 4, 1 and 2. And this is for the title, or you can say radio label name. Select any number, and we can have the preview. Next, if you want to add more this component, radio component, so we can add from here, or just we can use Alt from the keyboard. And if you want to change the number of options from 6 to 4, we can have just a 4. And if we need the selected options to select any of 3, so this is the default value which is selected for the radio button. So we can use this radio button component in a page multiple time, or you can say like in a multiple pages. Let's see how to create this and what is the trick, or what is the easiest way to create this. First we'll take label, and then we need a radio icon, or you can say like selected and like a checked or a selected state. So I have already created this radio icon. You can use any of the icon, or you can create this as a component. And here we have this option. Now I'm going to select both of them and make a frame or auto layout. And here I'm giving the padding 4 pixel. So this one, and selection of this frame, and I'm using Alt from the keyboard to copy this for the second option, and select both of them and make one frame or auto layout. So this is done. Now we'll select both of them and we can create the component. So component is here ready. Now I'm going to add the variant here. So we need two variant, one for the option 1 selected and second for the option 2 selected. Now I'm selecting this and here I am going to add the property. So in property I'm going to add the variant, which is like say the selected state, or you can see the options. So this is for the selected state 2 will be there because we are giving the two options. And then we need a text for this radio button label and number of options. So before that we'll give the number of options. So it will be 2. Next I'm creating the text property for the radio label. Radio label name. And now the options. So same way I'm using this text property. And second option, so same text property. Now I'm going to assign these values. So here I'm selecting this and here you will get the radio button label. So it will get selected and the value get assigned. So here also option 1 and here option 2. So same way we can change here also this thing, or if you want to delete this variant, which is like a variant 2 or 3, and create again those variants. So you can have this, select this, which is already selected state 2 and number of option is 2. So plus. So once you have done this, you will get this error which is say the property and the value of the conflict. So here we need to say some random value. We can say like I'm giving here option 1 selected and remaining property will be same, select state 2. And so now here I'm using one more variant and here I'm saying option 2 selected. Overall we no need to use this property, but to stopping this conflict we are using entering the random values here. So now we have the all value assigned and just we need a selection. So this is the first default value with where it will be like selected 0, and this will be the first one will get selected. So here I am going to change this in a selection, which is a component. So radio off, I can say radio on, and this label, this variant will be the selected option of 1. So 1 is not there, we can add the value 1 and number of option is 2. And here in this variant I'm going to make this one on. So we can say this after selected, so we can say number of selected state is the second one, and the option will be 2. So now it is ready. We'll come to prototype, and here I'm going to connect with this, and here this is the option value. It will come to default one, and this one come to the second selected one. Here if we select this, option 2 is selected one, so it will come to the first one, and option 1 will come to the this level to get selected. So let's see how it is working. So here we have, this is the frame 1, component is ready. Dragging drop this, and while I have selected this, here it is saying the selected state, which is 0. If we want to make 1 as a default value selected, it is getting selected here. And label name, so we can say like a select any value. Here we can give 1 and 2. Let's preview. So it is working fine here. Now I'm going to add the number of options. Going to increase this with the 3. So just I'm taking this frame, so selected all 3 variants, and just copying this using Alt from the keyboard, and here I can say number of option is 3, and the selected one is 3. Now I'm going to add here one more option, which is the third one. So selecting this, adding a option which is the text property, say option 3, and here we can say option 3 value, and copying this and paste this, assign this value to the option 3. Same way here also, copy paste and assign the value of option 3, and the same way here also, option 3. So this one I need to make the third one. So third one I need to make it off, radio off, and need to make one more variant where third option is selected one. So we'll add this variant, and here we can see option 3 selected. And this one need to make radio on, and this need to be off. So now this is in the state. I've selected this default and selected option. I can say this one 0 because none of them is selected. Here first one is get selected, so we can select the first one, and here number of option 2, so second one is selected, and here 3 is there. Fine. So now I'm going to just give the interaction using prototype. So here I have added the option 3, which is given the interaction to here. We'll remove this and we'll add this in the selection of 3, which is option 3 value. Now this option 2 is coming to here, it is fine, and 1 is fine. So here we need to check, this is going to 1, fine, and this would go here, fine, and this one option 3, which is the newly added. So I'm removing this and adding this connection to here. Same way I'm checking for option 2. So it is going to the default state, removing this and adding to here where first one is selected. This is for option 2 and this is for option 1, and this is once it is selected it will go to the default value. So let's see how it is working. Select this and here we have just 2 options, so we can make it these 3 options. The third value came here, and selected state is 1, we can say third one, so selected state we can change, and we can see ABC XYZ. So what we want to add, we can add here, we can preview. So it is working fine. So this is the way we can create the interactive radio button component. How is the trick? Please let me know. Write your comment. Thank you. Thank you very much.